Good morning. Welcome back once again to Mae Sot, Thailand. It is Friday, October 9th, and yesterday was the day I went to immigration and got my new visa stamp to take me to November 30th. That was very exciting. That was a good day. And today I'm celebrating that with a haircut. Finally. I probably should not have made such a big deal about this haircut and talked about it so often because all I'm really going to do is go into this random place, sit down in the chair, and the guy is going to cut my hair shorter or longer or whatever. It's not like it's going to be a big event. I'm not going in there to get a perm and curly hair or a mohawk or anything. The only question will be how short? And then he'll start cutting, and that'll be the end of it. So it may not be that exciting an adventure when all is said and done. When I talked about this just the other day, I was going to get a haircut, and then I was going to go to this new cafe bistro that I know about called Rosewood, and I was going to have a cup of coffee there. But then I remembered that this hair salon that I'm going to, it's more like a barbershop, you know, a guy's barbershop. It has one chair and that's it in the whole place. And it's for men, as far as I can tell. I chose that place largely because it is right across the road from Black Mountain Coffee. So I thought I would just pop in there to get my hair cut and then just walk across the street and have an iced coffee, something like that. So I know where I'm going to get the haircut, but I'm not entirely sure where I'll get my coffee afterwards. Maybe Rosewood, and maybe this place right here. Almost there. This is the coffee shop I was talking about, Black Mountain Coffee, and the barbershop is right around the corner. But I just spotted this poor little street cat. Oh, I was gonna say hi, but he's, or she, is pretty nervous as I get closer. Missing one eye. Kind of skinny, the poor thing. I was going to pet her for a second, but she doesn't want me to get close. And there is the barber shop. It's been largely unoccupied the other times I've gone by, but there's two people in there right now. One man in the chair and another waiting. So I wonder if he wants another customer or not. And someone took their shoes off to go in, so I'm going to follow suit. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we're inside the barbershop. We'll see if he has time for me. Turns out everyone in here is wearing shoes, so I probably didn't have to remove my shoes. Looks like a pretty cool place. I'm trying to figure out the name of the place, but I can't. We've got advertisements for a tattoo parlor, Bentley, Route 66, Harley Davidson, and a whole bunch of stickers on the door here.
เดี๋ยวประเทศนอกจะบินมาแล้วเด้อรอโควิดแห่โอ้แต่ทะลักเข้ามาเลยเหรอ
And we've got Superman over here. So yeah, it has a very nice vibe to it. Established in 2018. Oh, let me take this off. There we go.
จะไม่สอดมันเชื่อมไอเดียมาไม่ใช่ไอเดียไอ ไม่ใช่ต้องแอร์ว่าไอ้เนี่ย
ใช่
ก็บินเก่าไอ้เนี่ยหรอวะ
ไอ้ต้องระหว่างประเทศพี่การนี้
ใหญ่นะแต่ก็บินใหญ่เมื่อก่อนนี้มันวิ่งเท่าไหร่นี่หรอวะอะไรวะวิ่งมานานแล้วก่อนมาลงสุโขทัย
400-500ตอนเนี้ยค่าเครื่องบินนะที่ตั้งแต่เดือนอะไรมาผมเห็นมันลงอ่ะ
ก็
ไอ้ไม่ใช่นกเอนะที่อื่นนะผมว่ามันเล่นนะ
มันพอไปเล่น
เนี่
แต่
ยอันนี้ด้วยเนี่ยเล่นเกม
เล่
เล่
น
น
เก
กัน
มได้ใช่ไหม
เออ
แล้วอีกอย่างเล่นรถหลงไปเล่นไปเล่นมาไปเจอนอกระบบอะไรด้วยแล้วว้าวานอยู่
มันพรีเมียมที่ดีที่สุดนะคะจาก
โทรศัพท์เนี่ยมีเงินอยู่ในแบงค์มันเล่นได้ทั้งหมดเพราะวันนี้ใส่ชุดดำไว้ไม่ได้
All right, haircut is over. From what I saw in the mirror, it looks like he did an amazing job. That's absolutely perfect for me. Pretty much exactly the haircut that I wanted. So, yeah, there's the place behind me. Well, I think to celebrate getting such an amazing haircut and such incredible service, I think I'm going to go to that new coffee shop, Rosewood. Why not? Go for a little stroll there and try out a new place. So there's the location of this barbershop, as I said. It's right on this kind of busy street, right across the road from the BMT coffee shop. Black Mountain Coffee, this place here. That's an interesting barbershop. I don't know the name of it. The name was in Thai, I believe. So I'm not sure how that would translate into English. But he has a bit of a decor going on. Maybe call it man cave chic. A lot of, he's got nunchucks hanging from some hooks and Harley Davidson stickers and posters. Yeah, recently I've been watching the TV show Schitt's Creek. I'd seen most of it before, but I hadn't seen the final 2 seasons. But then this year it won a lot of Emmys. So that made me think of the show again. So I went back and I watched the final 2 seasons that I hadn't seen before and a little bit of the previous seasons just to remind myself of the story. And one thing that jumped out at me is that the son in the family, David, I think his name is, he has a strong sense of style. And during the show, he was working at a clothing store and he kind of redesigned the store And then he opened up his own store. And as he did this and as he talked about it, he talked a lot about everything needing to be on brand. He had a certain brand, a certain image in mind. And then he would, if it was something he didn't like, he would often say it was off brand. Like it wasn't on brand for him, and then he would get rid of it. So I started looking at things from that point of view. Oh boy, crazy intersection here, busy. And when I was looking around this barbershop, I mean, everything about it seemed largely on brand. I mean, he clearly had this man cave idea going on, Harley Davidson, Rolling Stone stickers. He had a guitar in the corner, nunchucks. But then right in the door and to the left of the door was a standard barbershop pole. The traditional old-fashioned red, white, and blue striped pole, and he had a big sticker of that pole in the door. And I guess you kind of have to have that because the second you see that, you think, oh, barbershop. You can see that from a mile away, and as soon as you see that barber pole, you know it's a barbershop. So it's good advertising for him and for his business. So he kind of needs that, but at the same time, as I looked around his shop, that red, white, and blue barbershop pole was the one thing I looked at, and I thought, oh, David from Schitt's Creek, he'd get rid of that instantly because it was clearly not on brand for the style he had going on there. Yeah, he did a good job. I didn't really have to speak with him at all because we couldn't speak with each other anyway. And he did what most hairstylists do with me. They kind of make a line above my ear, which I think the question is, do you want your hair over your ear or do you want it cut to above your ear? And for the last few years, I always just say, above my ear, get it shorter. And that's pretty much the only discussion we had about what to do with my hair. And then this is what I ended up with. I assume what he does is he looks at the hairstyle I had going in, which was kind of a natural part here and then kind of combed back, which I've been doing since high school. And he kind of looked at that and says, well, I will recreate that look and cut your hair shorter. And I mean, that's absolutely fine with me. The alternatives, I guess, were the pictures all around the walls. But every single picture was of a similar style. I guess, I don't know what was going on there. I just completely lost my balance there. Weird. I think that there was a truck moving in my peripheral vision, and I was so focused on the camera that truck moving kind of upset my sense of balance. It was weird. It was a weird feeling. Anyway, all the pictures around the wall were of, I guess, a modern style of almost no hair at all down below, like shaved almost bare and then a patch of hair on top, almost like a pompadour combed upwards, or a big curly mass of hair and then shaved down below. And then they would cut a line in the hair, like a razor line, to kind of give a little bit of decor or something. So in terms of looking around at the pictures and saying, oh, give me a cut like that or like that or like that, that's pretty much what I would have ended up with. And I don't think I have enough style to support a cut like that. I wouldn't know what to do with it. So, so this is the cut that I ended up with. So, successful, not successful? I'm very happy, and I'm very happy with the cut, but I'm also very happy with just the service. Very friendly guy, and then all the little touches he does, making sure, like cleaning up the little edges that are a bit, some leftover hair. So there was one point when I got a bit worried because he did all of the clippers all around the side, and then he seemed to be winding things up. And yet I still had a big mop of long hair on the top of my head, and I thought he was going to leave it like that. And I thought, I don't know, I want a little bit more cut off the top than that. And then he switched from the clippers to the scissors, and then he went back to work. So I guess the sides he did with the clippers, and then the top part he went to a standard or traditional scissors and comb approach. And then he brought everything even and brought it all to kind of the same length. I'm back at my guest house just for a second. I gotta pop into my room just for a minute, and then I will head out to Rosewood Coffee Shop. The whole clippers and scissors things makes me smile, because I have been to some barbershops where they use nothing but scissors. They use scissors and combs. That's how they cut all of your hair. I've been to other places where they used a clipper, electric trimmer or clipper, to do everything as well. And I've often wondered whether these two groups kind of snipe at each other. The scissor barbers, maybe they feel they are better than the modern clipper barbers, and they argue back and forth about what is better. I have no idea. The other day, I was playing around with my GoPro and the Jaws clamp by attaching it to lots of things along the street and then walking towards the camera. And this is one of the places where I attach the camera, so I could clip the Jaws right to this garbage can. And then I walked towards the camera from over there. And then I ran ahead over here, and there's a hydro pole, and I attached the GoPro to this hydro pole. And then I walked towards the hydro pole and kept leapfrogging ahead. I think the next time I use the GoPro Jaws to attach it to that fence over there with the yellow spikes on top. So I clamped it to that fence. Things like that, which is why this GoPro Jaws is so handy to use. Something else that occurs to me about barbershops, I remember in Canada, after you are finished getting a haircut, they always bring out a second mirror. It's a big handheld mirror, a circular one, and then they walk behind you so that you can look in the mirror ahead of you, and then look into this mirror so you can see what they did to the back of your head, what the cut looks like on the back. Because of course, you can't see the back of your own head normally. You can only see your face in the mirror. But I don't think that's ever happened to me here in Thailand or anywhere in Asia. They don't usually do that mirror to the back of the head routine, which I don't mind or care about because I'm barely worried about the front of my hair. I don't have enough energy in my brain to worry about what the back of my head looks like. But yeah, it just occurred to me that I have no idea what the back of my head looks like right now because he didn't do the mirror thing. And it was nice that the guy at the barbershop didn't seem to have any problem with me setting up my GoPro to film my own haircut. The GoPro Jaws came in handy for that as well, because there were some shelving units there underneath the mirror, and with the Jaws you can just clamp it directly to the shelf, and it's very convenient, very efficient. I haven't seen the video myself yet, so I have no idea what it even looks like. My sense was that the GoPro was quite close to me, so it might have this close-up, wide-angle, weird distortion to it. Find out when I see the video. And for those keeping score, my haircut cost 100 baht, and that is about $3.20 US. So after a relatively short walk, I've ended up back at the Teak Hotel and then the Rosewood Cafe and Bistro. It's right across the street from me. There it is there. It's not very far away from my guest house at all. The Taste of Rosewood Western Dishes. And it looks like they're advertising a 999 baht set for dinner. And I guess for that you get a main course, a dessert, appetizers, salad, and a soup. But I think I'm going in just for a cup of coffee. All I really want to do is sample the atmosphere. It is open from 6:30 in the morning until 10:30 at night. I think it opens so early because it's part of the hotel, so it has to be open for hotel guests that are checking out early in the morning. They have some nice seating outside. Looks very comfortable. And quite a bit over there as well. And here's the menu. Appetizers, soup, salads, pastas. So I've got some spaghettis, pizza, sandwiches, and burgers. Oh, Thai dishes. Good afternoon. Thank you. Thank you.
We ready to serve lunch.
For me, I just came to have coffee, if that's okay.
All right, sure.
Yeah, just
Yes.
sit down and enjoy.
Coffee and cake. We have a lot of cake.
Oh, okay, great, thank you. So here's the seating inside. Oh, it's very nice. Nicely air-conditioned inside here, and there's a man at the counter, sort of running operations here, and he speaks very good English. And through him, I ordered a hot cappuccino. I've had so many iced coffees lately, I thought I would go for a hot cappuccino instead this time. Yeah, very comfortable in here. I'll spin the GoPro as always. So there's the view from my table. A lot of light coming in through those tall windows. Yeah, nice table layouts. Oh, while I'm here at Rosewood, I'm just going to be drinking coffee and working on a video using this new app that I'm trying to figure out called KineMaster or KineMaster. This is the main interface. Very efficient. So you can move through. This is your timeline at the bottom, and then your playback window up at the front there. Saying that everything went smoothly. And a lot of the features pop up when you click on one of the clips. So if I clip on this video clip, then the menu changes on the right, and then you get all of your editing options. And the same thing happens if you have an audio file or any kind of a graphics file underneath, all these different layers. So every time you click on something, the menu up above will change to give you all the options for things you can do with that item. And all the main options are here on this circular wheel. It's very efficient. There are definitely a lot of features in KineMaster that are not intuitive, in the sense that just by looking at this interface, you wouldn't know most of the things that this program can do. So it's a very good idea to read all of the manuals, all of the guides, and then watch all the YouTube tutorial videos, because you learn so many techniques with this that may not be obvious right off the top of your head. And there's my cappuccino. Looks very good. Just going to taste some of the foam in the top layer. Nice, very strong coffee flavor. That is really nice. I know I watched the man over there as he was working on this cappuccino, and I kept looking up because I saw him pause, and I figured, oh, it must be done. And then he went back to work, and then he stopped, and I thought, oh, it must be done. And he went back to work again. So there were a lot of stages to making this cappuccino, and then foaming it and getting it hot. That is really nice. It's probably the strongest flavored cup of coffee I've had for as long as I can remember. That is so good. Okay, I'm sure the price is equivalent to the quality. Just, the price of their set lunch at 1,000 baht. Considering you can get, a fairly filling meal here from 40 to 100 baht. You can get a good, tasty lunch. 1,000 is creeping up there in terms of price. So this is a bit of a luxury restaurant for Mesot. And I don't know what the cost is of this cappuccino, but I'm sure it's higher than elsewhere in the city. But at least the flavor matches whatever the price ends up being. That is a good cappuccino. That is really good. Okay. Yeah, that is it for now. And I'm going to settle in and do some more learning on how to use KineMaster with my new haircut. All right, I'm all done with my video work here at the Rosewood, and I just wanted to show the front area. They have some pastries here, and where they do all the work, and the pool. Is it the pool or? Yeah, I guess it is the swimming pool for the Teak Hotel is back here. Oh, okay, yeah. So the two are physically connected as well. I wasn't sure about that. This would be the lobby and entrance for the Teak Hotel. So there's the reception desk over there. Yeah, it's very nice in here. And then you can walk this short distance and get here to the Rosewood. All right, I cannot resist a chair like that. Oh. Well, this is one of those funny chairs that you look at it from a distance and it just looks like the most comfortable thing in the world. But the way it is shaped, it has me kind of hunched over, So I don't think I could. I thought this would be such a great chair to sit and read a book or something. But unless you have a particularly curved spine, I don't think you could sit here for very long comfortably. It's forcing my head forward. That's how I always feel about hammocks. Hammocks look so amazing and they look so comfortable, right? And you want to climb into them. But for whatever reason, my body, I get adjusted to a hammock. You end up in a banana shape, and then it's just so uncomfortable. People actually sleep in hammocks when they go traveling. Instead of setting up a tent, they'll string up a hammock and then get a good night's sleep. But I can't even sit in one for more than a few minutes before I get uncomfortable. But anyway, I'm sure it looks cool. And let's go take a look at the swimming pool. Very nice. It has a little bit of that infinity pool style where the water comes right up to the edge and then it's allowed to flow over into a overflow container. Apparently these are all the rage on rooftop swimming pools. There's quite a few of them in Kuala Lumpur. I see so many travel vloggers feature infinity pools and views of Kuala Lumpur. And I've never actually tried one out. I feel a little bit the same way about swimming pools as I do about saunas and jacuzzis. They seem like such an amazing idea, but if I happen to climb into this pool, I could swim a couple of lengths and then I'm pretty much ready to get out. So, but those chairs do look very comfortable over there. Oh, and they have a stage set up back there with kind of a presentation room, I guess. They do advertise that they have a business center, so this might be part of their business center services. And then they have another space over here, probably for events. And here's another shot of the pool with the Rosewood Bistro behind it. Well, there you go. Quite the peaceful oasis. A little retreat from the hustle and bustle of Mesot, if you can argue that Mesot has too much hustle and bustle for you. And they have a nice lawn here. As a Canadian, I'm very, very attracted to grassy lawns. You don't see a lot of lawns like that in Southeast Asia. But of course, in Canada, just about every house has a lawn like this. It's just a standard part of a house. So when you come here as a Canadian, after a while, you do start to miss lawns because you're just so accustomed to them. And they have a nice wooden walkway going around the lawn. And there's the main hotel with all the rooms over there, overlooking the lawn and the swimming pool. There are a set of stairs over here. I'm going to walk up just for a second to get a little bit of a view of the pool. I just asked at the front desk, and the standard room here, I think they call it the Superior, is 3,000 baht per night. So they currently have a special going on. So it's 1,950 baht per night. So the starting point is normally 3,000 per night, and then it goes up to 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 for larger or better rooms, going all the way up to the penthouse. And from what I saw, the penthouse is 25,000 baht per night. And then they have monthly rates as well. I didn't actually look at the monthly rates. But there's the view of the pool. Very nice. So tranquil up here. Just leaving from the Teak and the Rosewood Cafe and Bistro right behind me. I'm glad I made the effort to come here for my post-haircut cup of coffee. Try out someplace new. The cappuccino, by the way, was 80 baht for my cappuccino. So that's more expensive than at other places. I think a cappuccino in other coffee shops would be 40 or 50 baht. So it's double, but very nice setting, and the cappuccino itself was very, very good. Okay, that is it for the morning here in Mesot. Successful haircut, successful cappuccino, and moving on to the afternoon. And with that, I will see you in the next video.
ตั้งจังหวัดก่อนนะเนี่ยตั้งจังหวัดก่อนเดี๋ยวออกมาได้เดี๋ยวเราไป
Very good. I like it. Yeah, perfect.